What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the Sports Talk on Tap podcast. We're here. You can find daily videos Monday through Friday covering all the four major sports, news, games, all of it. And in today's segment, NHL, we're just going to be recapping one game that happened over the weekend, Stanley Cup Finals, Game 1, and a quick preview tonight of Game 2, like how it should normally be, just one day off, and then the next game, not like this NBA crap where they're having it like 3 days off, whatever. It's annoying. But with that being said, series preview. Edmonton, Florida. Nick, obviously McDavid fan, picked Edmonton. Me, like the genius I am, knew Florida was, the team to beat. But with that being said, people may look at this score and say 3-0. But when you look, even the, shots on goal sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Florida only had 17 shots and Edmonton at 32, but the shots on goal really did tell this game. Edmonton was the better team, despite not scoring and losing 3-0. Really 2-0, just an empty netter with like 2 seconds left. But, Florida took advantage of their opportunities, a nice cross pass to Carter Verhaeghe for the first one. And I believe it was, I forget who it was, but on the second goal, it was like dumped into the boards. It was like a no-look behind the back pass right in front of the net to Evan Rodriguez. That was a beautiful play. In Florida, there's kind of a couple different ways you could look at this. Florida, could say, we didn't play our best and still won. We're up 1-0. We're back home for game 2. We can just go have a chance to go 2-0. Or if you're Edmonton, you're like, we were the better team. Just some bounces didn't go our way. Bobrovsky played amazing, but, if we play the way we did, we'll win the series. And, I think it's kind of best of both worlds. I think Florida knows they have to play better, because if you were to copy and paste like the way both these teams played into a 7-game series, I'd say Edmonton wins in probably 5 or 6. It was really just one of those one-off things. But, Florida has always bounced back from like bad performances, and I know they ain't satisfied. I know Paul Maurice ain't satisfied with their performance. So I'm interested to see what happens in game 2. Does Florida look better, or does Edmonton, control the puck and they finally win, or does Bobrovsky steal another one, even if Florida doesn't look that good? It'll just be interesting to see. But I'm expecting, Florida's superstars when they need them. We always see Barakov's name in here, Carter Verhaeghe. It was just, a great game. McDavid, Draisaitl did all they could, just getting good shots, a couple missed breakaway opportunities. But that's just why Sergei has been one of the best playoff goalies in recent memory. These last 2 years have been incredible runs. And, Florida obviously didn't play their best. And I honestly, even though I picked them to win the series, thought Edmonton was going to actually win game 1, just because, a lot of people seem to ride Florida. And I think Edmonton knew that. And they were like, hey, we just beat the Dallas Stars, who are arguably the best team. I'm really excited to see how game 2 looks like. Is Edmonton demoralized? I don't really see that, but that is a real thing. It's like crap. We just played so much better and we're already down 1-0. So there's a lot of mental stuff that I think is here, a lot of physical stuff. We're in the deepest part of the playoffs now. So how does each team respond is my question.
Right. Like I mentioned to you, this was the night I went to the Yankees game, so I couldn't really catch much of it. I know you questioned my McDavid loyalty, but it's still standing strong.
Regular season MLB game.
But it's such a – I was keeping up on my phone, so there is still some. But when keeping up, like when I was watching, this seems like almost a reversal of what Florida's done the entire playoffs. At least, like, when you don't look at the scoreboard. Like, shots on goal, Edmonton was just dominating shots on goal.
Basically double.
Dominating, offensive zone time. So just, like you said, this could be an outlier game, but this also goes back to, like, the point that we have talked about so many times with, is Skinner going to play well? Because I don't think you should be giving up. Even 2 goals is too many when you have 17 shots. Like, Bobrovsky goes 32 for 32, and that's hats off to him. Like, he played an incredible game, but, like, I don't know. Like I said, I couldn't.
I would say the first one. The first one, it looked like just a 2-on-1 right across. Like, it was just some beautiful passing from Florida on their goals.
Right. I mean,
obviously like
that I
Skinner
can't
to make one or two robbery saves like Bobrovsky has for Florida. So that's kind of the difference, I think, elite goaltending versus
right.
even
Right.
just solid.
No, I definitely agree. Like there's levels to this shit, like some people say. But
Yeah.
but if I'm because going back to your point where is Edmonton like distraught now, like, oh, we played a great game and lost, we're cooked. I would think the other way. At least if I'm their head coach, I'm saying we played a hell of a game. They just their shots at the back of the net tonight, and their guy had a great game, but we still dominated. Keep that same game plan. If you keep peppering shots, eventually they'll go in. Especially when you have superstars on the ice, McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman, like those guys are gonna get their goals next game. So I think we might see an Edmonton tying up the series in Florida next game, as in tonight.
Well, that next game, yep, we'll get right into it, is tonight, 8 o'clock tip. Florida looking to go up 2-0, Edmonton looking to tie the series. As a Florida fan, or not as a fan, but as a team that picked them, and I like them. They're, playoff team. I've been kind of preaching that throughout, back to whoever they're playing, Bruins, or even before that. They just got that playoff scrappiness that I like about them. Kachuk. Florida might be the state of hockey. We've seen the Lightning go on their run. Now we're seeing Florida do a little bit of theirs. It'll be such a great game. I bet I'm expecting the Panthers to bounce back just from a performance-wise. May not necessarily translate to a goals-wise. I'm not expecting another shutout. But you know what? Give me Florida to go up 2-0. Let's take a commanding lead here.
Okay.
Let's put Edmonton in a huge hole where we're playing with house money in games 3 and 4. So you know what? Give me Florida to take game 2 tonight, like 4-2.
Oh my goodness, McDavid's not going out sorry. He's not going out sorry. We could see it's either going to be this game or next game. McDavid's having his Stanley Cup moment. He's going to have like 4 points. He's going to have a goal, 3 assists. It could be this.
Clip that Stanley Cup moment and come back if he has no points tonight.
What's that?
We'll clip that part where McDavid is going to have a Stanley Cup moment tonight, and then he comes back and has no points.
I said this game or next game. Because next game is
classic backdoor. Oh, if he doesn't show up tonight, it's next game when they're already down 2-0.
Hey, you were giving me all this crap during the Star Series, and McDavid shut that shit up.
Dallas was the better team. Just Edmonton. It was. You know what? I'll call game one. I'm going to call game 1 karma for Edmonton, Dallas game 6, where Dallas was just peppering shots. And you know what? Edmonton just skated by with 10 shots to win the game. That was karma. And you know what? Okay. Best part, Florida done. Give Florida another hockey championship.
Okay, you know what? You're right. I will give you that. Everything evens out. The Oilers got outshot by like 25 shots in that last.
They had 10 shots on goal the whole game. We were playing dumping chase.
Now they're even. Even. Now chips are on the table now.
Yeah. Huge game tonight though for both teams.
Let's go, McDavid. You're my guy. I know you're watching, McDavid. You're my guy. I'm riding with you to the end. Let's go.
You know what?
You shouldn't be watching. You should be getting ready for tonight for your Stanley Cup moment.
We'll see, because you know who has those moments is playoff Bobrovsky. He ain't scared of McDavid.
Like last year?
Yeah, where they made it to the Stanley Cup, beat your Bruins.
And he had a Stanley Cup final moment.
Best regular season of all time. Bobrovsky shat on them in Game 7.
Gentlemen swept in the final.
It's all good, though. It's all good. Bruins wish they were at that final game. Gentlemen swept. But you know what? First round is for some people. But with that being said, it's gonna be a fun game tonight. I think both teams. Edmonton's gonna play with that desperation. Florida obviously wants to have the intensity to play better. So it should be exciting no matter what. Hopefully we don't get another blowout, or not another. Just no blowouts. 7-zip games, which probably won't happen when we're at this stage. But who knows? But with that being said, we'll be here to recap it tomorrow. Right on. One of us will be doing some victory laps, but should be exciting. But make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.